Guys, who knew out of mix-up this team would survive, right? Well, there's a lot of stuff in the first order that's being worked out, so I think this team can ride for a little bit. Listen, we are already the victors in this match before it even starts. We are not managed by Kaleb Koho.
Yeah.
And the two guys that are the most respectable people in this community, they have the best following, the video store. Everybody loves the video stores. And guess what they do? They jump in the rat's nest and go in. Have you seen the top of that crown? There are things living in that thing. I guarantee it right now. There are animals, possibly small critters. And Mike and Nazario, you have lost fans tonight. You have lost the respect of the community, and guess what? After this match, you've gained 3 new dislikes on all your videos. So enjoy the dislikes. They're coming. How are you two feeling?
I mean, I think I have to take my podcast off their channel now, which will basically kill their channel because they have nothing else going on.
True.
I just want to say that I hope joining Koho was some kind of heel move that you guys are going for, and then you win Face of the Year again.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, he's the king now, so everybody bow down until he dies.
I'll try to beat you guys before.
We live in America. We've made a history out of kicking kings off thrones and telling them to get the fuck out. We'll do it to Koho.
Good luck, guys.
I'm a little worried, guys. I keep checking the page, and they're right. We keep losing viewers. Oh wait, no, that's Henry Sanchez's page. Mine's mine.
We all look. You guys have said it 2 years in a row. You won Face of the Year.
Yes.
And
we didn't even want
heels.
to fucking win it.
You don't want Face of the Year. So here's the best move. Let's get the king in here to manage you. And what's living in this crown is fucking W's. We haven't lost once this year yet. So I'm just saying, we're having a great season and we just fucking started. I like our odds. Lucas traded down somehow with mix-up. At least Fuck You Lucas was entertaining, and Jim had something that no one else had with Fast and Furious, and TWOHIG doesn't know how to answer questions right that aren't about SpongeBob.
Wait.
So
we're not playing Fuck You Lucas?
No, we're not, because Lucas is heartless and kicked Jim Green to the curb, including his whiteboard manager.
So it really is Fuck You Lucas.
It's Fuck You Lucas. So I don't know, man. I think we can win this, and I think we're going to. So.
And if not, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. I'm your host, Kaleb Boatman, and today we've got an 0-1 team going up against a 2-3 team. Massholes versus Blockbuster Video. This should be a good match. Massholes one of the few teams staying together from the mix-up tournament, and Blockbuster, well, we haven't seen them since the #1 contenders match. It has been a while since we have seen them. They got replaced by those Hollywood Video guys. I did not like them. I was not a fan of them. But Blockbuster is back, and that warms my heart. So on the desk, we have Mr. Cameron Holzman. Cameron Holzman, how are you feeling about this match?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, it's nice to see Blockbuster back. You know, Hollywood Video, they were mean guys. They called me a snowflake, but Blockbuster Video, they just think I'm a snowflake. So it's very different. It's very refreshing. Meanwhile, Massholes, this is a team that I think is really fun. I really enjoyed what they did in the first round of mix-up, and it's nice to see more than just 1 or 2 mix-up teams back. So, yeah.
Koho said his hat was full of W's. I hope it is also full of like the other letters, because that's a proper alphabet, like an alphabet soup, but like a hat. That would be cool. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to bring in our competitors. Introducing first, coming in the ring with a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat, representing the first order. It is the current Fandom Teams and Fandom Singles champion, Nick the Name TWOHIG, and former Fandom Teams champion, Lucas Schilbach. And introducing second, coming in the ring with 2 wins, 3 defeats, it is Nazario, Mr. VHS Montenegro, and Mike, Mr. DVD Hanley, representing the Kingsmen with a record of 2 wins, 3 defeats, Blockbuster Video.
By the way, this shirt ages great.
Yes.
Okay, fair. So, We're going to get into round one. Round one's going to look like this. We're going to get 8 different questions, 8 different categories. You get all 8 right. You get a bonus question. So we're going to get started with your first question, category of war. The final battle in Hacksaw Ridge takes place in what country?
War.
Huh?
What is it good for?
Star Wars.
There's only so many jokes you could make with this
Star
guy
Wars.
without being
Bomb
insensitive.
Wars. Storage Wars. 5,
Bride Wars.
3, 2, 1. Hands down. Let's go to Lucas.
Japan?
And Tuig.
Japan.
And Nazario.
France.
And Mike.
Japan.
Everybody but Nazario hitting that. Get to your next question.
Which comes in the category of Oscars. As of today, what was the last film for which Tom Hanks received a Best Leading Actor nomination?
I prefer Tim Hanks.
Tim Hanks. He's pretty great. He's the current Fandom team's co-champion with TWOHIG, right?
Yeah. It's Nick and it's Tim Hanks. 5,
No.
4,
Because he is a goose.
2, 1. Pens down, Tuig. We're going to start with Tuig.
I said Bridge of Spies.
And Nazario.
Sorry.
And Lucas.
I believe it is shockingly Castaway.
And Mike.
I had the post.
Castaway is correct.
It is shockingly Castaway.
Lucas, only one staying perfect as we get into your next question, which comes in the category of comedy. In My Cousin Vinny, Marissa Tomei's character is an expert in what subject? She went
to watch this and I didn't. Sorry.
I'm laughing because there is a certain individual backstage who just went.
who is going to be mad.
I feel like the glare is directly aimed at me, and I don't like it.
5,
No, it's
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Nazario.
This was very weirdly worded, but I said she's a mechanic, so she's an expert in cars.
And Mike.
I had the mechanic, vehicles.
And Lucas.
I said speed typing.
And Tuig.
I said history.
Okay, so we will accept Blockbuster's answer. We will not accept Massholes. We are getting waving for a challenge.
Hang on.
She's not an expert in mechanics. She works at a mechanic shop, but she's supposed to be an expert in cars in the movie. She gets called to be an expert.
Are you challenged?
I'm talking to my crew first before we pull the challenge flag. But I believe in the film that she works for her dad's a mechanic, her brother's a mechanic, everybody's a mechanic, but they're calling an expert on automobiles and not a mechanic.
So what do you mean, like an expert on automobiles? Like she knows,
like she's an expert on cars, not mechanics, like not like the tools. It's to know what like all the
so
cars.
It's not specifically fixing cars. She's not an expert specifically in fixing cars. She's an
is a
expert in the
wrong
entire subject field
of just cars, not a mechanic. She's not an expert at mechanics.
Okay,
You wanna
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm good.
Right. I'm going. Okay, so we are back from the challenge. Blockbuster are not getting those points because mechanic is technically incorrect because she is not a mechanic in any way in the film. She's an expert in cars, but not an actual mechanic. So we will not be accepting Blockbuster's answer. So it is 3-1. No perfect rounds tonight as we get into your next question.
Which comes in the category of 70s movies. Who played Frankenstein's monster in Young Frankenstein? You know, Boatman, when you're blue and you don't know where to go to,
why don't you know where fashion sits? 5, 4, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Nazario.
I'm not sure his name. John Boyle.
And Tuig.
There was a point in my life where I knew this answer, but I said Peter Sellers.
And Lucas.
I believe it's Peter Boyle.
The combination of the other two.
Didn't have anything.
Peter Boyle is correct. As we get
That hurt seeing both of those back.
yeah, both very close. As we get into your fifth question, category of crime. What kind of location does Terry Malloy work at in On the Waterfront? When you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go on the waterfront?
You know, Boatman, I could have had class. I could have been a contender. And then I played Matt Queller twice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We're going to start with Mike.
A garage.
And Lucas.
Shipping yard?
And Twig.
I said mechanic.
And Nazario.
Diner.
Holtzman, can we accept shipping?
We can accept shipping yard.
The answer we have is docks. We will.
Because he works at a dock specifically in shipping. So,
We get into your next question, category of music, which I believe, yes, this is my, no, this is not, this is your question.
name both actors who played the titular characters in The Blues Brothers.
Now, we have had a debate over, is this film in the category of music and in musicals, or is it just in music? And at the end of the day, it's in IMDb as both, so I win.
At the end of the day, I will only rate questions about this movie in music.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay,
Yep.
Blockbuster using their first repeat.
All right, in the category of music, name both actors who played the titular characters in The Blues Brothers. But I think it's barely maybe a musical, in my opinion.
Do characters burst into song in random situations? Yes.
Yeah,
they
but
do.
they're also musicians performing music in situations like a music store.
2, 1. Then La La Land is not a musical then. We will go to Lucas.
Is it Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi?
And Tui.
Is it Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi?
And Nazario.
Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi.
And Mike.
John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd.
All correct.
It's not Jim Belushi like I accidentally originally wrote in the document.
Not gonna lie, I almost wrote Jim Belushi.
So I have 7-3 getting into your penultimate question, category of drama. What 2000s film is about Ryan Bingham, a man who travels back and forth across the country to professionally fire people?
There's a very specific reference I want to make that I know you would appreciate about a certain individual in this movie who sings a certain song.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But there's very few movies, or I think maybe only one that person is.
Pens down. We will go to Mike.
Up in the air.
And Tuik.
Up in the 1,000 miles.
1,000 miles is incorrect. Lucas.
He wrote 1,000 miles again.
Up in the air.
Up in the air is correct. And Nazario.
Up in the air.
Up in the air is correct. So it is 5-8 getting into our last question.
Your final question comes in the category of directors. Throw Mama from the Train was the directorial debut of what actor?
Have you ever thrown your mother from a train, Holtzman?
No, not my mother.
Yeah, same. Other people definitely do.
Oh, absolutely. You know, that's what training day is about, right?
Yeah. 5. It's like Urinetown, but for trains. 3. 1. Pens down. I know you would appreciate that reference. Nazario. Nazario.
Danny DeVito.
And Mike.
And Danny DeVito.
And Lucas.
I totally blanked.
And Twig.
I wrote James Franco.
Danny DeVito is correct.
You're about You're about 20 years too
I'm
late.
regretting it. I'm
Mike
regretting it.
Nazario getting an egg in these trying times, as it is 8-7. Moving into round two. Round two is going to work like this. They're going to get 5 different questions from 10 different categories on the wheel, including spinners and opponent's choice. If you get it right, you get 2 points. You go to multiple choice, you get 1 point. Or if you get it wrong, the other team gets a chance to steal. So the categories we have on our lovely wheel tonight are Blockbuster strengths of View Askew and 80s horror, Massholes strengths of 2010s comedies and Wizarding World. We also have biopics, Oscars, Leonardo DiCaprio, and classics. So, Massholes, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
That challenge worked out really well here. I say we spin second.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay.
Blockbuster, this is your spin. And you land in your strength of View Askew.
Let's keep that, boys.
Yeah, we're taking it.
Okay.
That worked out well for us, didn't it?
They take it. Surprising no one.
Right. So, Mike Nazario, I will give you your questions in the category of View Askew universe.
Okay.
In what View Askew film will you hear the closing line, "Knock that shit off, we got a bus to catch, Jedi bitch"?
It's Mallrats, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Mallrats.
Mallrats final answer.
That is incorrect. Massholes for the 2-point steal.
It's not Chasing Amy.
It's definitely not Chasing Amy. My guess is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
I will take your guess.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back final answer.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is Chasing Amy.
There was a post-credit scene. I just freaking remembered that.
Ugh.
Okay, so that is. We will move on to your next question. Who plays William in Mallrats?
Oh, that's Ethan Suplee.
Ethan Suplee. Final answer.
Ethan Suplee. Yeah.
That is correct for 2 points. What is the subtitle of the Good Will Hunting sequel we see being filmed in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
It's Hunting Season.
Yep.
Hunting Season final answer.
Correct for 2 more points.
How you like them apples?
What is the
Apple
name?
Chocolate.
What is the name of Justice and Jay's daughter in Jay and Silent Bob reboot?
Millennium Falcon?
Yes.
I mean, you want the full name or just they call her Millie?
We need the full name.
Okay.
Millennium Falcon final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
I'm so upset you didn't go to multiple choice on that question.
The multiple choice options are beautiful for these. And your final question in the category of View Askew: who composed the score for every View Askew movie since Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Do you know that?
No. We
Multiple
gotta go
choice.
multiple. Yeah.
Your options are A. James L. Venable, B. Howard Shore, C. David Perner, D. Ira Newborn.
Oh, I missed the first one.
Yeah, I missed the first one too.
I will give you a technical repeat of the options. A. James L. Venable, B. Howard Shore, C. David Perner, D. Ira Newborn.
I think it's D.
I think it's 13.
Yeah.
Okay. A final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
I watched one View Askew movie and I got the question.
Okay, so it is 14-8 as we get into Massholes spin.
It was Chasing Amy.
I know. I went to the bathroom and I was like, oh, there's another scene, but they won't answer about that. Yeah.
Wizarding World.
So good.
Easy choice.
Well, turned out well, good for us. Huh.
You sure? Tui, you sure you want to take this?
I don't know. Last time it didn't go well when we were like, oh, let's pick
That
this
was Fandom Oscars, though. That's a much worse category.
Shut up.
Sorry, are you not taking this?
No,
We're
you're
taking
taking
it.
it. You're taking it. No.
Cody's the official voice. I'm the jackass talking to Tui.
And I don't know why I'm here.
Okay. Before they change their mind again.
We're not changing.
Yeah.
We're not changing. No changing happening.
Okay. Your first question, gentlemen, in the category of Wizarding World. How many Wizarding World films received 0 Oscar nominations?
It's Crimes of Grindelwald. Not
Zero nominations or wins?
Oh, I forget.
Can you repeat the question?
Yep, there's your first repeat. How many Wizarding World films received 0 Oscar nominations?
Okay.
Okay, it's Chamber of Secrets.
Okay.
Order of the Phoenix.
And Grindelwald?
Crimes of Grindelwald, it's 3.
Okay, let's go. Brief, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Boom.
Why
That's
do
good.
the repeat? If I'm not mistaken, both teams have 2 repeats left.
That is correct. Your next question. In Half-Blood Prince, Ron nearly dies after drinking what drink which has been poisoned?
Mead.
Mead, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. What is the name of Credence's sister that Graves believes to be hosting the Obscurus in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them?
Oh, crap.
Charity, or is Charity the older one? Modesty is one. It's Modesty and Charity, but I forget which is which.
Do you want to just go multiple choice to lessen?
What's
Or
the
do you feel
score?
content?
The score right now is 14-12.
Let's go multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Modesty, B, Charity, C, Chastity, or D, Destiny.
I was worried they'd say Chastity.
I don't remember, to be honest. Do you have a thought?
Yeah, you mind if I guess?
Yeah, do it. Your take. All yours. I trust you.
B, final answer, as in boy.
That is incorrect, Blockbuster, for the 1-point steal. Your options are A, Modesty, B, Charity, C, Chastity, or D, Destiny.
It's Modesty. Final answer.
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
Damn.
A random ass thing, you know?
Your third question. In how many Wizarding World films does Richard Griffiths appear as Vernon Dursley?
All of them before part 2, except for 4.
So he's not in Fire and he's not in part 2.
He's not in Goblet of Fire. He's not in part 2.
So that's
he in
6.
Is he in Half-Blood Prince? How does that movie start?
No, I don't think he's in that one because that's Harry Potter down in the subway. Repeat.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your second repeat. In how many Wizarding World films does Richard Griffiths appear as Vernon Dursley?
Half-Blood Prince starts with the capturing of Ollivander.
Yes, and then it cuts to Harry Potter in the cafe, I believe.
Okay, so it's 5 then?
I think 5 is correct.
Go for it.
5, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
Whew.
God damn.
That's a tough-ass question.
And your final question. What is the name of Hagrid's pet dog that accompanies the kids into the Forbidden Forest in Sorcerer's Stone?
Fang.
Fang.
Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Whew. Be like several name the only movies that 7 characters didn't appear in.
Okay, so it is 16-15 as we get into round 3. Round 3 is going to work like this. Massholes do it the lead, so they're going to get to pick first. They're going to be able to choose their 1, their 2, and their 3 and their 4-point questions. The categories they have to choose from tonight are animation, Adam Sandler, 1980s, movie release dates, romantic comedies, war, comedy, and sci-fi fantasy. We're going to let them pick their categories right now. We will get back to you right now. So we are back going into round 3. Our competitors have picked with the one that drew their 3 and their 4-point question. Massholes have picked their 1 in animation, their 2 in war, their 3 in comedy, and their 4 in Adam Sandler. Whereas Blockbuster Video has picked their 1 in comedy, their 2 in Adam Sandler, their 3 in animation, and their 4 in 80s. So Blockbuster is behind by 1 point, so we will start with them. Holstein, would you like to give them the 1-pointer in comedy?
Absolutely. Your 1-point question in the category of comedy for Mike. Who played Robin Hood in Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Carrie Ellis.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay, so we are all tied up. We will go over to animation for 1 for Nick Tweak. Who voices Mushu in Mulan?
Eddie Murphy.
Correct for 1 point.
So we're back to Nazario for his 2-pointer in Adam Sandler. If I could find those questions. There we go. Where does Sandler's character get the remote in Click?
Bed Bath and Beyond. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
In the Beyond section.
We would have accepted Bed Bath & Beyond or just Beyond.
So now we go back over to the 2-pointer in War for Lucas. Who plays the foul-mouthed drill sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket?
The legend, Arlie Ermey.
That is correct on both accounts.
That's utterly exactly how we have it written in the document.
The only way to write it.
Yeah.
All right, so we go back to Nazario and Mike for their 3-point question in animated. In what animated film would you find the characters Bigwell, Phineas T. Ratchet, and Fender Pinwheeler?
Robots. Final answer.
That is correct for 3 points.
Nazario not confirming with Mike, putting himself
Well,
back
I
in.
fucking
Don't forget about Mike.
fucking get that.
That's fair. Nazario risking pulling a lighted up.
Nazario, don't forget about Mike.
All right, what is the score? I think I got me.
I have it at 21-19.
Okay, that's what I messed up on. Okay, we are good. Now we are going to go over to Massholes for their 3-pointer in comedy. Brothers Bob and Doug McKenzie discover a conspiracy to poison an let me start over. Brothers Bob and Doug McKenzie discover a conspiracy to poison an Oktoberfest celebration in what 80s comedy?
How many repeats do we have?
There's 2.
One.
We have 1? Oh, right, yeah. No, my bad.
I don't know right away.
I have no clue. I just think we kind of we eat this rather than.
Little Rascals, final answer.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Strange Brew.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
That
Mike knows that shit.
Yeah.
Great movie. It's a great movie.
So, we are going to stick with Massholes for their 4-pointer in Adam Sandler. If they hit this, then we send it back over to Blockbuster Video. If they miss, then Blockbuster Video wins the match. So Massholes, your 4-point question in Adam Sandler. In 50 First Dates, it is said that Lucy sings what song only on the days she meets Henry?
I don't know what it's called, but it's Wouldn't It Be Nice If We Could Wake Up and Learn When the Day Is New by the Beach Boys. Isn't it called Wouldn't It Be Nice?
I think that's the best shit we got.
Hang on, let me think more.
5,
Use our last repeat.
Yeah, well.
3, 2.
Repeat.
And we need hands on screen, Lucas.
Oh, my bad.
In in the category of Adam Sandler, in 50 First Dates, it is said that Lucy sings what song only on the days she meets Henry?
Wouldn't it be nice?
I think Wouldn't It Be Nice is
I got nothing else.
You want to go there?
Yeah, Wouldn't It Be Nice? Final answer.
That is correct for 4 big points.
Whew.
When Tuig said he didn't know the name and then immediately started with the name when he was singing, I was like, I think you know the name.
I think it's just one of those songs you're worried. It's like it's so obviously the title that you're like, that can't be the title because they repeat it like 10 times in the song. That's definitely not the title.
All right, so here is the situation. We're going to go back to Blockbuster Video for their 4-pointer in 1980s. If they hit it, they will win. If not, Massholes will win. Blockbuster, you have 2 repeats left. Are you ready?
Yeah, fuck it.
So the difference is the 2 fucking points you took from us, right?
You mean the answers you wrote that were wrong?
Right.
We're not going to get into this. We're just going to get into this question in the category of 1980s. What kind of item summons Pinhead in Hellraiser?
Pandora's box.
I know it's a box.
Pandora's box.
Final answer.
Yeah, final answer.
And your winner, the Massholes. We're looking for a puzzle box. Pandora's box is not acceptable. I am very sorry.
We should challenge that, Mike.
Would you like to bring in your manager?
If it's here.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well.
Yeah, fuck it.
You might as well throw the challenge. I thought it was Pandora's box too, to be completely honest. So
you're challenging?
we'll
Yeah.
challenge.
Okay. Okay, we're back. We are back from the challenge, and there is no mention of the word Pandora's box, or any variation thereof in the film Hellraiser. So, Massholes do win the match. So, and your winner, Nick the Name Twig and Lucas the Boston Massholes Shieldbach, the Massholes. So we're going to go to post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finishers tonight, Blockbuster Video and their manager. You didn't win the challenge tonight, or win the match tonight. Things kind of went very ticky-tacky, very finicky, but you know we called the way they did. It was very close. How do you feel overall? I cannot. Oh, you are muted.
I think the public's going to be on our side of this bullshit. Look, at the end of the day, we played our match. We answered our questions. I think what we've learned today is that less specific is better, because literally the last two questions that cost us this thing is being too specific. Yeah, I think in the public perception here, we won this match, and I think we were the better team today, absolutely through and through. So I'm proud of these two. We'll come back, and I want this team again. I want Massholes again. So. What about you two?
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fair. We bring in the Massholes and their manager. So you guys won. You are now facing Jurassic Sharks next. So what do you think about that? See, I didn't ask how do you feel.
That's
I know. Boatman, when we rank a tournament next time, are we going to rank it on the opinion of the people? Because I think that would be a really cool idea, because maybe the Blockbuster could be the 1 seed and Koho could be manager of the year. A lot of things in the public eye doesn't matter when it comes down to it. Clutch challenge from us in the beginning made the difference, and then they answered the wrong question. I think this team worked really well together. Yes, I know the entire thing. We got Wizarding World. Wizarding World showed up.
Hey, they got view askew. They got view askew.
They got view
We got
askew.
Wizarding World.
It is 100% even down the lane. We outscored them in round 1. We kept the lead, and we hit our 4-pointer when we needed to hit our 4-pointer. This team, I think, once we put in the work, once we get focused on something, I think we can go far. I think we can beat Jurassic Sharks. It will be a challenge. Kirk is a hell of a competitor, but I think we can. I'm just proud of you guys. I hate that we had to beat Mike and Nazario, but this is what happens. When you become traitors, this is what happens. You get shot in the street, and that's what happened. And Koho, I just found something inside that hair. It's an L, because apparently you haven't lost this season, but I'm glad the Massholes gave you your first one. How are you two feeling?
It was a weird match. I liked our performance. I think we did well. Round 2 was some really tough Wizarding World questions. I think Nick will agree. There's a lot of like, what's the only movie this person didn't show up, or how many movies? Like, that's hard to think about. Like, it's easy to think, what's the specific moment in a movie, but like thinking about like every movie and then trying to figure out which ones qualify.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just want to apologize, man. Like, I'm usually good for 7-8 points in round 1. I got less than that today. Hopefully,
dude, my brain died on Danny DeVito. Like, I'm literally sitting there and I'm going, it's the always funny in Philadelphia guy. I know this. I've seen his other. I'm like, what is my brain doing? I just could not pull that name. It was ridiculous.
But did you write Franco?
We have another match, so I am going to cut this.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Interview short.
We're good.
Thank you to the Massholes. Thank you to Blockbuster. Holzman, very brief final thoughts.
Good match.
Yeah! So from Blockbuster, Massholes, that's Holzman. I'm Boatman.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Bye-bye.